Hey guys, just going to take a minute to tell you about our first podcast sponsor, Pinned Golf. Everybody knows the most important thing while you're playing is knowing how far away you are from the hole. Engineered with advanced tech and tour-level accuracy, you will never second-guess a club choice again. The new Ace rangefinder has the same performance as all of the premium brands you'll find online or retail, but for a price that won't put a dent in the wallet. Go to www.pinnedgolf.com and use the promo code SCRAMBLE at checkout for $25 off your order. That's $25 you can use towards our jacket picks. So go to Pinned Golf and get yourself an Ace rangefinder today and use promo code SCRAMBLE. That's www.pinnedgolf.com, promo code SCRAMBLE. Pinned Golf, always dialed in.
Alright, so that's recording. Yeah, you guys just tell me when and I'll get recording on this.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright.
That made me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable now.
We are a team here.
Alright. You guys let me know.
Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 3 of the Scramble podcast, the Masters recap and the RBC Heritage preview. Fellas, I got Cam, Tim, and Justin here. This is Andy. Cam, how we doing?
Doing great. It was a great week of golf that we just all experienced.
Would you say great week of golf? I might disagree. I might say it was okay.
3 out of the 4 were great.
Okay, cool. Tim?
Yeah, it was a roller coaster. I think I'm with Andy. I wouldn't say great, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Producer Jay?
Yeah, you know what? It was, as someone who definitely out of the 4 of us probably follows and plays golf the least, I gotta say, like, even you guys saw like how intensely like focused I was. Like, I was
you were
super
loving it.
interested in this weekend. Like, I remember like, a few times in the past when the Masters weekend would come around, it was always a great time, and yeah, it just never disappoints.
For the listeners out there, I was lucky enough to be with Justin on Saturday, and I can genuinely say that I've never like watched golf with him before, but I showed up to where we were all having a few beers, watching the tournament.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I like, when you watch, you kind of figure out outfits, like
Yep.
who's who and like what's what. And I was like watching it, and Justin had nicknames. He knew he knew everyone. I was like, what is going on? I'm like, this is wild. He's getting super into it.
Wow. Were you betting on it?
So the only person I bet on was Jordan Spieth,
Which was a fine bet.
which I thought was a good bet. Here's something I will say, and I don't know whether you guys were going to touch upon it, but maybe if you were, it could segue into it. But someone who doesn't know golf that well, right? Like, going into it, I was pretty much rooting for like the person I bet on, which was Spieth, and then like a couple of like the big names that like I recognized, right? So for me, Matsuyama was kind of like playing like the villain role because it was some dude that like I had never really heard of, and he's like, he's going off. I will say by the end of the Masters when he won, I was such a fan of him. He won me over big time. Like, he literally like made me a fan of him. Like, just seemed like a really good guy, obviously a really good golfer. But I was just really impressed with like his poise and like how humble he was. He was just locked in.
Oh yeah, he's one of the better guys on tour, I think, to root for as well. And we'll get into that. So that and first off, we will say congratulations to Hideki Matsuyama, major champion, Masters winner. Comes in at 10 under after a little bit of I'd say a eventful second half of Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I say not great golf, like that, it was the fact that it was over by the 16th hole, and I was kind of like, I had the two guys who finished in third. So that's all.
He's not bitter, but we'll get into it. Fellas, we'll kind of take this day by day, and you guys jump in when you got stuff. We got a little write-up recap for the Masters, which I think is important for people to hear because not everyone watches every single second of golf. And if at this point you're still, chugging along with the Scramble podcast, which, by the way, you're going to want to go follow the Scramble podcast on Twitter at the Scramble_pod and on Instagram at the Scramble pod, one word. We appreciate it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to break it down. Because not everybody watches every single second of golf, maybe like us sickos.
Yeah, no. It's probably unhealthy.
And that's fine. We have a problem and we acknowledge it. Thursday. So Tim's guy, Honest Abe answer ends up getting a 2-shot moving the sand call-in penalty call that was absolutely preposterous.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. So it happened like 2 hours after the round, and they released the video footage that they were looking at of him moving the sand. And the ruling is, if they think you can see it with the naked eye, like the motion of moving the sand, then it's a 2-stroke penalty. Okay. Are you kidding me? What zoom? There's a 20-30 zoom?
Who had that camera in that exact...
No, who called that? Who was watching the film and goes, zoom in? Yep, moved it.
Was that 8 granules of sand that just got tossed back?
That didn't help his shot at all. He grazed this. It was outrageous.
I watched it several times. I have perfect eyesight. 2020, couldn't see it. I don't know what people were looking at. I'm sure maybe somewhere out there was an inkling, but kind of a ballsy rule by PGA coming in there, I thought.
I don't need... PGA has instant replay?
That's what I don't know.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, it's even more bitter that they don't call that penalty in my jacket pick hits, but it's fine. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, that person, as we got here in our little notes, for sure should be fired.
Maybe more. Persecuted?
Yeah. Stoned.
Exiled?
Yeah. Something like that.
Go work for the MLB. They'll be happy to have you.
Yeah, congratulations also to whoever found that. You ruined a guy's, momentum, and he put together a decent round. 2 shots hurts, especially at this Masters.
Yeah, big time.
The other big story on Thursday was Justin Rose. On the hardest conditions that we've seen in a Masters in a very long time. I don't want to say, 20, 30 years, but definitely in recent memory for us getting into golf. Hard, fast greens, not receptive to spin. Guys were hitting pin locations. Balls are just shooting after they hit greens.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Rose somehow putting in absolute work when he came in terrible form.
He hadn't played for a month, right?
Yeah,
he hadn't played for a month.
Couple weeks because he withdrew after a brutal double or triple bogey at, I want to say at the Arnold Palmer.
I'm not sure, but he did withdraw. That was his
pre-scramble times. Yes.
Yeah. But that was literally, I would go on a limb and say, the best round of golf at Augusta ever. 10 under through 11 holes is ridiculous on the hardest day.
And we got it here. He eagled 8 and birdied 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, and 17.
Madness.
The back at Augusta is where boys become men and where Justin Rose made it look like a municipal course.
Literally.
The shots he was hitting, and he was getting approaches, would they say, our goal when we golf, get that ball in the hula hoop, give yourself a putt you can hit. He was knocking down the 5, 6, 7 footers for birdie.
Automatic.
It was wild. It was so
nowhere.
Impressive. Oh.
Shaping shots around tree limbs just with ease.
Yeah.
Within 15 feet of the hole. Like it was nothing.
It was so impressive. I'm happy we got to witness that because, the game of golf, not easy. It's physical, it's mental, and he made Thursday Augusta, the quote from Kevin Kisner as well, when he said something along the lines of, someone that played here in November, I feel bad for them if they thought that's what the Masters was.
He was talking specifically about the young guys like Morikawa and Hovland. They've only played the course once, and it was a completely different course. I mean, DJ won 20 under. It was 10 under today. Today, on Sunday. So it's half the winning score.
Kevin Kisner is an all-time quote guy.
Yeah, I love
He's
Kevin
also
Kisner.
the guy who just comes out of nowhere and was like, I can't win every course. I know that. I kind of suck at some courses, but there's some that I'll play.
His little mantra of ain't no hobby, I think is one of the best things on tour. Kevin Kisner's a good guy. So that was Thursday. I mean, also, the tweet gets sent around on social media, always on Masters Thursday and Masters Friday. If you're not within the top 10 coming out of those days, you're not going to win, besides Tiger in 2002, which he was T33, which is absolutely bananas. And Hideki shoots a 69, 3 under, and keeps that top, got to be in the top 10 at the end of Thursday stat alive. Other than that, pretty underwhelming round for everyone. We weren't watching a lot of birdies. We weren't watching a lot of 6 shots. It was a lot of guys scrambling just to make pars.
Yeah, you're basically just watching Justin.
Yeah.
I want to say there was only 10 guys under par.
There was.
Yeah.
That's true.
We can take it into Friday now. So now, so when Rosie had the late tee time on Thursday, gets the early one on Friday, and now he's out of the gate and bogeys the first 4 out of 7. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't smiling a little bit because I said that I don't want to see a guy win this tournament on Friday.
No, me neither. And me specifically also had a margin of victory by 1 stroke, and I saw him pulling away, and I was pretty upset that it lost on the first day.
Someone catch this man. What could have been a historic collapse, he somehow gets back to even on Friday, birdieing some of those holes he had success on Thursday. And look, I got some tidbits here for the people at home. 15 players older than 40 to hold a 36-hole lead. The only one to win was Ben Hogan. That guy was pretty good.
Yeah.
Which is kind of astounding. I heard that after Justin Rose's round was done. So I'm like, okay, so this guy's definitely not going to hold up for a full weekend, especially after being like sort of injured a couple of weeks before. And players with a one-shot lead through 36 have won 8 out of 28 times. So there was a chance here, but then him being older than 40, I don't know. The last person to do it, Trevor Immelman in 2008. Love that guy, by the way. I love his analysis on the Golf Channel there. And Rosie was the 8th player since 1980 to have 2 leads outright. And ladies and gentlemen, could you guess who the other player to do that was?
I don't want to.
The chosen one.
And that would
Golf's golden boy,
Tiger.
Jordan Spieth.
No, Tiger didn't play.
Come on. He wasn't in this. Come on.
Well, we're just talking stats here. We're not talking about who played this week.
Yeah, you're right. That's fine.
Masters rookie Willy Zeletorus, a guy Tim and I couldn't have been more wrong about. And Brian Harmon, Georgia Bulldog, major championship guy, gets out of bed for the majors. They both get to 1 back. On Friday afternoon, there were also a group of guys that were hungry. Jordan, JT, who also hit in, and I put it on our sheet on purpose, a bananas 16 greens in regulation. Something that hadn't been done like since the 50s or 60s again. Talk about a guy that can stripe it around. Top 10 Tony, Siwoo, Hideki, still hanging around. See, so he never left that group of guys that were sort of in the hunt. Cam Champ and Xander Schauffele. Siwoo Kim breaks his putter on 15 after a tough putt, which was pretty funny, you guys. I don't know if you caught that.
That was unbelievable.
So then he was putting with his 3-wood. I remember being at home, and Dana came in. She's like, "What's up with that really long club?" I'm like, "Oh, that's actually not his putter. That's a 3-wood that he has to use because he broke his putter."
He's not a good putter. That's probably his worst attribute. He looked kind of good with that 3-wood.
He was better than he was with his putter.
The lag putting was outstanding.
Yeah,
Maybe
he just had a weird day that day because then he couldn't shake someone's hand either. It was maybe the most awkward interaction of all time. I thought it was a secret handshake.
The handshake, the pound, then just the two of them to just agree to not handshake after was
shook his finger.
Oh yeah, he shook his finger.
And the best was I forget who the 3rd player was, but he just came over straight with the fist bump. He's like, I'm not even going to try to engage. I'm not going to engage.
All the guys on Golf Channel like maybe pre-round you get to determine. Hey, afterwards we're going to fist bump.
Yeah,
got to do something. Clean that up.
That was pretty funny. Siwoo ends up using when Pat Perez inevitably doesn't make the cut. Love that guy, by the way. When he doesn't make the cut, he gives his putter to Siwoo. So Siwoo used his putter on the weekend.
It's risky business. That's risky business.
And continuing with meltdowns, Billy Horschel slamming one of his wedges in his bag 7 or 8 times was also a pretty good bit that we saw.
Yeah, it's like, what are they? Why is he doing that?
I think it's a bad look. Figure out a different way to take out your anger. That was the least like intimidating sort of like a.
It was funny because he hits the bad wedge and then puts the wedge in the bag for the first initial slam, which is normal. We all do that. That's fine. But then to continue picking it up out of the bag and slamming it.
When you first showed it to me, I thought the video was like on repeat of him just doing it, but it was just him continuously doing it.
Picking it up, slamming it, picking it up, slamming it. He actually came out with a thing that was like, I'm sorry, I lost my cool. I'm a competitive player. I'm like, yeah, we all are, man. Just like, I'm going to take it easy.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Tells you a little bit about him, though.
It was just like I don't know. That's the way you take out your anger. It's like a toddler.
There's a deep level of like psycho in him that he like pretends like he comes off like all like even keeled and like no emotion.
He's the Gator, Billy.
And he just blows up.
What's that? Oh God, what's that movie? Never mind.
That one? That's a good one.
Yeah, I can't think of the actor's name right now. Christian Bale, where he works on Wall Street.
American Psycho.
Yeah, he's kind of got that. Like,
Billy Horschel.
He does. Yeah, American Psycho. Yeah.
Okay. All right, maybe Billy's nickname for our show. He's the American Psycho. All right, perfect. We got a bunch of nicknames here. Hope you guys are keeping track at home.
Yep.
The the course conditions on Friday were ideal. A lot of red numbers. You see the cut get to +3. And here are some of the notables that ended up getting cut. For those of you that bet on them, we're sorry. DJ didn't make it. Horrible display on the back to make a push to make the cut. He's the third defender in the last 15 years to miss a cut. Not a great look. Putter's disagreeing with his game.
He's back to his normal self.
Yeah. And Patrick Cantlay. Tim, I'm going to defer to you to give comment on him.
Not much to say about this particular guy. I gave him out on the podcast, maybe as like sort of like a lock.
Yep.
Retrospect.
People don't forget. Yep.
One thing I'm trying to do is we're early in this podcast is improve. And I'm not going to be perfect. I'm also hopefully not going to pick the guy who finishes like almost in dead last every week.
That's a goal.
Give that to you guys as a pick. I will say this. It's not over for Patrick Cantlay and Tim Dutcher's betting relationship.
Folks, you're going to want to stick around for that one. Yep. Brooks Koepka also didn't make the cut. I mean, bum knee.
We kind of touched on that, though.
Yeah. 24 straight major cuts made before that, though. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And he comes out and says he probably won't play until the next major, which isn't shocking for him.
Probably shouldn't have played in that one.
Yeah.
Dude, he needed like help getting out of bunkers.
He looked like
asking his caddy.
He looked like Spider-Man trying to pick up his ball.
He straight up put that Power Ranger picture up.
Yeah, that was
which
cool.
I loved.
That was cool. That was cool. Rory also didn't make the cut. Continues his run of bad form. I'm a little disappointed he's not on the field here at RBC because I would have smashed whoever his matchup was against.
Oof.
That's his next year will be his 8th attempt at the Grand Slam. And a couple of guys that Cam and I will be disappointed didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
DB straight vibe, and Danny Berger didn't make it either.
Yep. I may have.
He gave us a little bit of hope towards the end of his round, but then he
dude.
ripped it away.
He never played that bad.
No.
He
No,
never played good either.
No, he wasn't like far off. Like Andy said, like I had hope.
Yeah.
He birdied 16,
Birdied
to make the cut, and
Yeah.
then bogeyed,
Yeah.
and then needed the birdie on 18, and he striped one right down the middle. In his approach shot, he just launches into the bunker.
Airmailed.
I was so upset, and I'm sorry, all listeners out there. That was may or may not have been my lock of the week.
Sung J.M. also didn't make the cut, and Lee Westwood, who had been in pretty good form coming into Augusta. The other news on Friday, and this is maybe just specific to the people who were watching the featured groups, because he was ended up playing with Jordan on Saturday, but Bernd Wiesberger. First of all, who are you? And second of all, love that you shot a 66 on Friday because you got into contention. And the last sort of storyline on Friday was Matthew Wolff gets the PGA tweet DQ after his round.
Bad guy. Total bad guy.
Yeah, I think that's going to further our narrative of Matthew Wolff.
He's got to embrace
is golf's
it, though.
bad guy. Yeah, but I think
he was plus 11. He wasn't even close to the top. Why do you have to cheat?
He was trying to grab a stroke, dude. Timmy wrote it. Ultimate bad guy move.
I mean, it's just like he's been so bad at golf the last few weeks. It's like he's the caliber player he was to start last year coming out of college, and now it's like two different players. And I can't figure out where. I tried to look back and see like where that happened, and I can't figure it out. He can't use his driver. It's his best club, and he's trying to scramble, and that's not his thing.
Do you think this is an inevitable sort of slump, though, for guys that are fresh on the tour with young success? Like, is this slump coming for Hovland, and is it coming for Morikawa?
No.
I don't think so, especially with Collins. He's just like so solid all the time.
I know, but
and he's won so much already.
True. So what I'm saying is, you think they avoid the rookie sort of it's a long
Sophomore
grueling
slump
season.
almost.
They don't play as many matches in college, not even close.
No.
I'm just gonna keep sticking with the bad guy narrative. I think it's just part of his story. Like we think we beat him, but he's just gonna come back. He'll be back.
So what he did for the folks at home was he gets fully disqualified because on his scorecard he wrote that he parred and he actually bogeyed.
Yeah, that is what he did.
He did that on purpose.
Yeah, that's definitely also like, hey, not that hard to mess up. Hey, Matthew Wolff's caddy, that's your job. Look at the scorecard, man.
I would have cut some slack if he just did math wrong, because math can be hard.
Yeah, if his total was wrong, I think they tell him you have the correct whole scores. Your total is wrong.
Yeah,
but his total was wrong because he got a wrong whole score. So they DQ'd him.
Like, why were we still relying on paper cards? It's all on
Yeah,
TV. I can tell you what your score is, but you don't know?
Every event in the PGA Tour, do we need to go into the cabin and sign? They know what you shot, but probably before you know what you shot.
Yeah. They know if you touched 7 grains of sand.
I was just gonna say that. That literally clicked in my head. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
whatever.
It's not a great look. That'll kind of wrap up Friday. The cut happens. It's at +3. Now we get into Saturday. We got 4 or 5 bullet points here to touch on. Spieth and JT, they were sort of battling in the first competitive groups to go out towards midday. We won't really talk about the early rounds. The guys that were above even and even, that were trying to get to red numbers, they didn't really make a push on Saturday. Which was tough because Jordan's up and down all day, and JT sort of bottoms out with some bad bogeys and plummets back to -1 after being 5 under coming into the day. But right before the weather delay, and I hope, and what I can do is we can link this, maybe some of these crazy clips that we'll refer to on our social media, but just an absurd third shot on the par 5 8th hole by Jordan right before a lightning in the area delay. You guys got this?
Yes. I mean, it is what it is. It's Spieth for me.
He's 20, 30 yards into the pine straw.
Yeah.
And he had a lane because you could tell he's checking out the green, and I'm watching it at home this is just way too, why is he looking at the undulations? He doesn't need to care about what the green looks like. Turns out he did.
If you got a window, you got a window. It's as simple as that.
He's the only player in the world who could do something.
It didn't work out for him on Thursday when he tried to get out of the woods. He triple bogeyed.
He couldn't even see where he was. He couldn't see where he was hitting. He was even further in the trees.
Yeah, that was on
Thursday.
5 or that was on Thursday.
Yeah,
and it's so funny because whenever him and Greller converse in the trees, Greller's you could just punch it out. Every time he says it, he's just punch it out. And Jordan's whoa, I can hit a 5. I hit a low cut 5. Worst case scenario, I'm in the bunker. And Jordan loves his bunker. Jordan knows he loves his bunker game. So he's hey, whatever it is. Same thing with this shot right before the the weather delay there. Just bananas, hits it to 5 feet, 6 feet, drains a birdie, but then the horn goes off. Lighting in the area.
I got a quick question about Jordan. How come every time he hits the ball, he sounds like Goofy the dog? He's oh shucks, or oh Jesus. So he always makes the most ridiculous comments after he swings the ball. I just it cracks me up because I think it's him trying not to swear, but it's him kind of being a gentleman at the same time, about his reaction. I heard it so many times during the Masters, but he had a reaction, and I was just he definitely meant to say something else.
Well, it's
better that he's not getting canceled saying bad things.
No, I know.
No,
I just thought it was just hilarious to me.
He's a mental case.
He's got
as a
lot
non-Spieth guy. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
As a non-Spieth guy, he's a total mental case. And I love Max Homa tweeted out too. He's if Jordan Spieth isn't talking to his ball, then I'm assuming it's going in. But he's always talking to his ball. Always.
Yeah.
And in the third person, I hate the third person talk.
I love it. I mean, I do that all the time.
Yeah, I do it too because that's me when I
Jordan, what are you doing? Stop it.
But Max Homa also said actually, no, I'm not gonna say it. But the thing with Jordan's dialogue is if he's not talking to himself, I get happy because the ball is going in the hole.
Yeah, he's dialed.
If you look at that shot he hit at Pebble Beach, the eagle hole out on the 15th hole.
Yeah.
Where it just lands on the right side of the green, trickles right into the left. Just silent.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
Well, that's a low.
I actually love it. And I love when they're featured because you can hear the conversation between him and Greller the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's even better that it's my favorite golfer, but I do and I wish they did this with more. I wish they mic'd up pairings so that we could hear at home. Not every hole, maybe. Every few holes, just one shot conversation. I think it's really interesting. The other thing, Jordan misses a relatively easy birdie putt on 18, shoots even, kind of underwhelming, doesn't really make a move. Going into Sunday now, he's sort of a long shot, but he did lead the field all week in strokes gained around the green. There were only 4 guys with half as many strokes gained as he had, which is a banana stat.
That is actually kind of crazy.
Rosie finishes at 7 under. I characterize it as a boring round. He couldn't really string together anything exciting. He stays at the score he ended Thursday with. Always, that over 40 stat rings true again.
Yep. You just kind of saw him flutter.
And Tim's guy, Xander, enters the chat. So did Mark Leishman and Willy Zeletorus, the outstanding Masters rookie. They're all at 7 under, but they're 4 shots behind Hideki Matsuyama, who puts together an insane run after the play resumes following the lightning delay. And they had a quote from him, and I made sure like I got this off the internet. He goes, "I wasn't hitting any shots I really wanted to before the delay. Then when I came back, I was hitting every shot I wanted, and it was good."
Yeah, and he also said that he was just on his phone in his car chilling. He probably just got a shit ton of fucking Tinder swipes.
He's married. He's a kid.
Doesn't matter. He's on vacation. He's in
crushing Augusta, Georgia Tinder.
Yeah, why not?
God,
No way. He was
do I wanna
probably
know what that is, bro?
reading some sort of a historical novel. He seems like somebody who just does kind of like boring things.
Yeah.
The history of Augusta.
Yeah.
I could see
Could have
that.
helped him.
I like him swiping on Bumble.
I'm just thinking, he was like scrolling Instagram and like finally calmed down. Because when he came back, he benefited the most from that. He also has the second longest active streak for rounds at or below par at this point on tour, which is ridiculous because he's a guy you don't hear about every week. He's just constantly like hitting top 20s. Like, what? First bogey-free round on Saturday of anyone that week, and he birdies 11, 12, eagles 15, and birdies 16 to get to 11 under going into Sunday. A couple of guys at 7 chasing him, but you can kind of see the writing on the wall. Like, it was going to take something special, a collapse, and a real great performance out of these guys sort of in that second pack. And what we'll talk about first is the guys that went off early. John Rahm, new dad, congratulations. Had a low round of 66, but shoots 72, 72, 72 before that. Not really going to get you in contention,
He
but
snuck in a top 5 though.
That strength's
backdoor,
real.
an absolute backdoor.
That strength is real.
Do you think
Might have
that's
been right?
100% was right about that.
I mean, he probably has an au pair. Like, what do I think? He's like he's really got sleepless nights going on. Guy's got more money than he knows what to do with.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're probably right. Should have talked myself into that one. Corey Connors and Pat Reed are right there in that other group. Corey was in striking distance early, but then blew it and got back to only a few under. Pat Reed shoots 69 for a backdoor top 10. He's a guy that likes, also boo. Guy stinks. He's a guy that loves Augusta, plays well there. Cam Smith with his third top 10 in the last 4 years at Augusta. And Cam,
My friggin' guy.
he
is
does it
back.
again.
Top 10 Tony. He wasn't shown at all on TV
No.
except for when 2 ridiculous shots happened. And we all are just like, who hit that?
Yeah.
And then they just cut to him and his just swagged out
Because he was
lime
in
green
the
Nike gear.
he had the lime green, so we were like, which Nike guy was that? He had like a 20-yard chip in for birdie. Chip in for par, and then another one for birdie. I
Yeah,
think.
and the one that hit the top of the bunker and just rolled halfway around the green was, I mean, it wasn't on purpose. And he punched it underneath the tree. Wild. And in top 10, he's back. He's
10.
fully back.
I mean, that guy must actually sneaky have so much money from all these top finishes.
100%.
He's probably made a couple mil already just from the top, because he's getting a couple 200, 300K every time he steps on the course.
That's got some good endorsements too.
Great
Yeah.
endorsements.
Yeah.
It's good to be a Nike guy.
I think it is too. The only thing I didn't like about the Nike guys was like the graphics on the shirts.
Couldn't.
stupid.
No,
Nope,
thanks.
I disagree with all of you. Tommy Fleetwood was, what he had Air Maxes on.
Oh no,
Air
I
Max golf
like their
shoes.
general style, but like they overdo it, I think.
A little bit, but I like it.
But it's marketed to like, little kids wearing like Nike Elite lime green socks, and it works.
They're smart,
and
dude.
apparently Cam.
Yeah, well, I am a child at heart, which is fine. And no, I think it's really smart. Golf is totally changing. It's not like some hardo, like rich dude thing where you wear these boring ass shoes and like khakis and loose shirts.
You're right. Yeah, it's a style game now.
It's a style game.
Don't tell that to Matt Kuchar.
Yeah,
That's okay.
God.
He's old. He's old school. He's an old generation guy.
Notice how we didn't mention him at all yet.
He didn't make the cut, but
Yeah,
that's fine. He'll be coming.
I didn't even put him on our notables that missed the cut. That might have been on purpose.
Not at this point in his career, a notable guy.
That's okay. I mean, he was waiting for someone else to join him in his extra large pair of khakis. The group of people that were writing it on Sunday, Mark Leishman, strong finish from that guy. I've said it before. I'll say it again. He's like one of the most likable guys on tour. He's got 3 top 10s since 2013 and 6 top 10s in majors. He's the guy that gets out of bed for the big ones. Justin Rose, last time we talked about him for the Masters. I mean, talk about just playing lights out on the hardest day of golf that we've seen on the tour so far.
Yeah, in years.
In years and this year especially. The only reason he top 10s is Thursday, and he shoots even par. the rest of
that
it.
couple $100,000 check.
That's his 7th consecutive year with a top 10 in a major, which is, pretty impressive, even though he's a nerd. Jordan, another top finish. His last 8 starts has 5 top 5s and 3 top 3s. And he previously had 3 top 3s from 2017 to 2020. We do enough stroking off of Jordan on this show, but my God, he is in some form.
Best golfer on the planet right now.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Check the stats.
With stats for who's the best golfer on the planet
Right now.
Is that a stat?
It is.
Like in form?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He took himself out of it though on Sunday. Like, he hit another woods ball and triple bogeyed. He double bogeyed over the course of the week. I'm saying in general. He also had several other sort of manageable bogeys on putts that he missed. His putter was the only thing that didn't really follow him around this weekend, which is a little bit unfortunate. But the course was set up for a grinded out, no one's going to run away with it win, and those few holes sort of end up costing him contention. All I wanted was for him to be in the hunt when we were all, hanging out here watching, and he wasn't.
No one was.
We got 2 more guys to talk about before we get on to Hideki. Xander has a massive Sunday and just ruins himself, just poops the bed with a triple bogey on 16 after a Hideki water ball on 15, which we will talk about, but to get within 1 stroke with 3 holes to play. Tim, what were your thoughts? Because we were watching that live, and you had him as an outright.
Yeah, it's nightmare fuel. So the whole day, up and down. He birdies the second hole, okay.
Sure.
And then bogeys 3 and 4 and doubles 5, and I'm like, okay, he's out of it. That's fine. So I'm just going to watch the tournament. And then he birdies 7 and 8. And it's like, okay. And then he birdies 4 straight. And I'm like, oh my God.
Then you sat up straight in your
Sitting
chair.
on the couch, sat up straight, cracked the beer.
He was like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He was
wild.
dead, and then he just came out of a coffin.
I did take a nap on the Sunday. I won't lie. But that woke me up.
That's tradition, a master's nap. Everybody takes one. I had one I had a master's nap on Saturday for like 45 minutes. It was fantastic.
That makes me feel better. But yeah, the water ball's crazy.
Like the pin location, not one that you need to attack. You're within 2 or 3 yards of water, right?
Yeah. So is he 1 or 2 strokes down at that point? I forget.
2.
And Hideki had played very safe, way out right, and was not going to birdie.
Yeah.
Was maybe not even going to par because it's that putt coming back down the hill towards the bunker.
And he didn't par.
And then you try and make it up on the 17th because that's a hole that maybe Hideki shoots a bad score on, and you can actually birdie that hole.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So in his interview, he basically said, I flushed it. I hit the shot I wanted to. I just didn't judge the wind correctly.
Is that a cop out?
Okay.
Like for everyone, can every golfer say that though?
If you watch the shot again, he's probably like 3 yards away from it being like really good.
Unbelievably good.
But why are you taking that chance? You birdied 4 straight to get yourself back in contention.
Well, he said he had talked to people that had won, and they said you take that shot. They said you take the shot that you think you're going to hit because that's what it takes to win a Masters.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out.
More disappointment.
Yeah.
That does work out though. So Matsuyama bogeys because he doesn't make the comebacker for par after coming down the hill, and he's 1 back.
It was a super aggressive shot, so if he actually pulls that off, he can score there. He can birdie that hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden we're even into 17.
Yep.
Oh, that was tough to watch, but another guy, I wanted to talk about it. He played solid golf all week, Xander did. This is his 8th top 10 in a major and his 6th top 5. Is he the new top 10 guy? Is it, I said this sort of jokingly, but Zop Zen Xander?
Not against it. He is.
Is he the top?
He can't win, so he has
he's
to be
always
in
in
that
contention.
Category. Yeah, he has
Him
to be
or
in that
Tony
category.
in a playoff.
No one wins.
It's the first time in major golf history.
They literally play every hole on the course like 4 times all week because they can't finish it. And then they're just like...
Then they split the jacket.
Then they
Each
just
get a
split.
sleeve.
Yeah.
No, you know what? They get tired of playing. They both withdraw.
And
Nobody
Will
gets the win.
Zeletorus wins.
Willy Z gets
de
it.
facto winner.
Yeah.
I think
that'd be dope.
the 2 of them just refuse to win.
That's okay.
Can we just do 2 second places?
We still love you.
Yeah. Oh, great guys. The last guy here before Hideki, Willy Zeletorus. He's the only golfer to shoot under par all 4 days, which is 1, absolutely absurd because it's his first Masters start. And we were talking about it as a group when we were all together. We're kind of loving this guy's confidence, kind of loving the swagger.
Super confident. Even after he just is like, I didn't win, but my win's coming.
I mean, it is the way he's playing.
Yeah.
Young kid. I beg the question is, does he now go back and play the Corn Ferry Finals or keep rolling with the sponsor exemptions for the PGA Tour?
Got to do sponsor exemptions.
I'd play the finals.
I think I might play the finals.
Sponsor
I
exemptions.
want that shit.
Because you win that maybe. I don't know.
He needs a McDonald's sponsor so he can put some friggin' weight on.
How does he hit it that? What did they? I don't forget what the stat was. I think he's top 20 in driving distance now.
Yeah.
Dude, he's 140 pounds.
It's ridiculous. Like we were over here being disgusting.
Yeah.
Eating McDonald's.
I ate Will Zeletorus amount of McDonald's on Sunday.
Yeah.
So did I. Combined, we might have doubled them. Like legit.
I think it's outstanding to see, rookie. Tim and I couldn't have been more wrong about cautioning people to bet on him in the beginning of the week. So that's
But one of us wasn't.
seems like one co-host.
One of us wasn't. I did have him top 20 because I believe.
Well, we're a team.
Yeah, I think now I'm going to rethink it. He's proved me wrong. Masters winner Hideki Matsuyama, after a massive Saturday, plays just the golf he needed to on Sunday to capture his first green jacket, first one for a Japanese native. Huge for golf in Asia, the tweet from Tiger, and for golf around the world. Honestly, I mean, I put this in our notes, and I want to get you guys' thoughts. Like, I just think he's a super likable guy.
Totally.
I don't see anything wrong with him. No faults. He's a family man, they said, and he's very humble.
Yeah, I forget. Oh, he just flies normal flights too.
Oh,
That's what changed it.
And
he's just sitting at an airport with
hopefully people saw that made its way on the internet. He's
jacket
on
just laying on.
Was
the
he?
seat
He's on a
next to him.
6:45 a.m. flight, connecting flight to Chicago.
Yeah,
with
Just
just the
normal
jacket
dude.
draped over the seat.
Draped over a dirty airport. Dude, I'd have that. Like
Yeah,
a bag
also,
at least.
yeah. I
If
mean,
the Masters couldn't give him a bag,
I don't know.
that jacket doesn't come with a bag.
like
It's
the
ridiculous.
dry cleaning bag to hang it.
Something.
Yeah. Come on.
You give the guy $2 million for winning in a nice green jacket. You can't give him
I
something
think
to carry
that
it in.
improved his cred big time.
Tenfold.
Because like he's not a very vocal guy. Obviously,
No.
he doesn't speak the best of English. He has a translator, and even they say
He does
like,
speak English, so I
He
found
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he does. I don't know why he didn't say like anything. He said thank you.
Yeah.
out. He's probably so nervous.
So what I read was he's just not confident to have like full
yeah.
conversations. Like he can speak English, but not as fluently as he'd like, I guess. But he's even a quiet guy, I guess, at home too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just cool to see like a guy that you don't hear from just hanging in an airport with a green jacket at 640.
That was awesome.
Winning the biggest golf tournament in the world.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's his first victory since the 2017 WGC Bridgestone. So he's another guy. The PGA Tour put out the stat on Instagram and Twitter. 2 back-to-back winners with guys that were in droughts is awesome. An impressive putting performance. For his standards, he's not typically a good putter of the ball, but he was gaining strokes on the field at Augusta. His caddy is a legend. I hope you guys saw the video of the caddy bowing to the course of respect for Augusta. That's what golf's all about.
It really is. That made me feel good.
Respect the course. Respect it. What is that old the juice box commercial? He said, "Respect the pouch. Respect it."
Capri Sun?
Yeah, it might be Capri Sun.
Oh my god.
Why did I say juice box? That was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Capri
it is
Sun.
juice
Respect the pouch.
It's like the same family.
It's true. Him just hat off, takes a bow to the 18th. Loved it. Great interview. And just seeing Hideki with just like the smile, the genuine elation made me happy. But we do need to talk about why he went for that shot on 15.
Horrible decision.
Hey, bro.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
In his words, it was Xander is scorching hot. I need to birdie a hole.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better because otherwise that was the stupidest golf decision
I think
you
it was
could ever
stupid
make.
regardless. What are you doing? There was never had a chance.
He like
flew off the green.
striped that.
Yeah.
He hit that absolutely
Crushed it.
perfectly.
Yeah, I think maybe he also expected maybe to not hit it as well as he did because he caught the back of the. He didn't catch green. He caught back fringe, which shot it obviously. And we're all watching in studio, just losing our minds. Like there's some
That
some
was
life.
the opening for
Yep.
the X-Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was looking at a few emails. I spaced out for a second. Did we touch upon how lucky he was for that ball that he shanked to go
Oh
off
my god, I forgot
and
about
bounce
that
back
just
into
now.
play?
The Woods ball before that.
That potentially saved and won the Masters.
It
Yeah.
did.
That was on
for
13.
Hideki Matsuyama, yeah.
Yeah, so he hits a tee shot. I mean, he's known as a typically pretty good accuracy off the tee guy. Not so much distance, but I think consistency usually with that driver with the pause at the top. And he just hits one so far into the woods, and we're like, all of us are screaming, "Oh my God, here it comes!" And like the members bounce that he was getting all week, that thing shoots back into the middle of the fairway.
Such a clean load.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
Off the tree.
I'm pretty sure he wound up at that point, if I remember correctly, he wound up birdieing that hole actually.
He did.
And so in reality, that one bounce was probably about maybe at least two, probably a 3-stroke swing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
agreed.
at that point, Xander was kind of hot and he was gaining on him. I'm pretty sure Xander was only 3-4 strokes out of it at that point. So yeah, that changed everything.
So was Will. Zeletorus was two back when Hideki
Yeah.
was on 13. That's bananas. I mean, you need those bounces to win a major, though.
Yeah.
Something like that's going to happen every round where a guy wins a big tournament.
Yeah, got to be a lot of it good and a little bit lucky.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Yeah.
So that'll do it for our Masters recap. Sorry, it's a lot of talking, but you guys, it was I'd say it was a 7 out of 10 week of golf for me. It lacked Sunday drama like I wished, and Thursday when everybody was playing, like it kind of like it started me off, not great because Thursday nobody was playing well besides Rose. So the bookends, I thought Friday and Saturday were fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll do it for our Masters. Anything else you guys wanted to mention?
No, for the Masters, no.
No, I don't think so either.
Masters.
Just congrats. We're also all wearing our Masters polo sent to us by the Masters from the patron shop. These things are fresh. Masters hats as well. I might wear this every weekend while I watch golf at home on the couch. So shout out to them. Thank you. Let's just, we got to talk about how we did. I'll go first. I was 9-6 for 3 units. Sort of disappointing in almost all of my. I only hit one of the placement bets. It was a wonky week, I thought. A lot of weird guys made surges. Matchups are probably still going to be my bread and butter. Cam?
I went 5 and 10. I didn't take a single favorite. I had all
I'm looking at
underdog bets.
I'm looking at the sheet like he's 5 and 10 and up units.
And Hideki, second thank you to you for bogeying the last hole. That was
Huge.
the only reason I'm up is because I bet that one stroke was plus 250.
Ridiculous.
And he just yanked that last putt, which was fantastic. And I end up up almost 2 units. On
Wait,
the week.
you went 5 and 10 or up 2 units?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't take.
Oh, wow.
All my
Yeah.
hits were big.
Ooh.
That's golf betting.
That's
Yeah.
a good swinger.
That's still a good weekend.
I'm
man.
like a designated hitter that strikes out 80% of the time, but when I make contact, it's gone.
It's going.
It's going.
Ryan Howard.
Yep. That's literally me.
Yeah, you're right.
Literally
You
me.
are 2008 to 2012 Philadelphia Phillies Ryan Howard.
Yeah. A lot of strikeouts, but be with me for the hits.
Tim?
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking at Max Homa's tweets. If the listeners couldn't tell, I completely lost my train of thought earlier when talking about this, and I didn't want to get it wrong. But I can't find it, so it doesn't matter. I went 6 and 10, and I was down 2 units, and there is an asterisk next to that because of the officiating of the tournament. And Abraham answers
We're gonna
stroke penalty. So I'm actually going to go with even asterisk.
Okay, cool. So he's -2, but he's even with an asterisk.
Correct.
So that's fine. Year to date, we got Tim up 5, me, thank you, God, Valero, Jordan, Spieth. I'm up 18 units. Woo! Yikes. And Cam's up 0.75 of a unit.
Still positive.
Which, hey, the
Still
3 of us are
positive.
positive after 3 shows.
That's
Hey,
right.
That's build that brand,
That's
baby.
all we can ask. Hey, you guys have been rolling with the boys. You guys are up money right now.
That's right.
So
That's right.
don't fade them now, guys. Don't fade them now.
And remember that because the boys may or may not have gone 0 for 3 with our locks of the week.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's the next order of business.
Sure, but let's just use that asterisk button one more time, and let's say 1 and 2 asterisk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
About 0 and 3 in reality.
Well,
So
yeah.
so mine was a Paul Casey top 20, ended up tied 27th. So I mean he needed to put together better golf. So I wasn't close. I kind of knew I was out of it.
I was further away, but it's already in the past. I'm not thinking
Yeah, I'm
about
not
it.
thinking about it. That jacket pick, I'm out. But I mean Tim's was definitely attainable. That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
But folks, this week we're gonna have more jacket picks. So keep riding with the boys here. Even if you took all 3 of our jackets and you took all 3 of our jackets this week, you're still up money.
That's correct.
So that's what matters.
All right.
And that'll do it for our Masters, you guys. I'm excited for this week in golf.
Yeah, this is a fun one. We got
good
the
field.
Heritage. It's a great
It's
field
a
for the
sneaky
Heritage.
good field.
Yeah.
Good field. We got the Heritage. It's back in its normal slot. for right
right.
after the Masters.
That's right.
Usually doesn't get such a strong field. Last year with COVID, it was the second tournament after the restart, so there was like a legit major field. But this is just solid. So we got Harbortown is the course. It was designed by Pete Dye, and there's been a lot of Pete Dye recently. We got Sawgrass, PGA West, and a few others. And it was also assisted by Jack Nicklaus. Pete Dye, we don't want to dive too deep into this, but a lot of his courses aren't long, and they're more designed for shot placement and working your way around the course, not so much just bullying the course.
Even so much as like approach, like driver placement.
Yeah,
like side of the fairway even matters.
Yeah, like I have in our notes, we got finesse and shot making is greater than power and strength. That plays so true to this course. It's in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Go Cox. That's important. My second favorite state. Last year was ranked in the top 20 most difficult courses on tour. That's pretty much because it is the second hardest course to hit a green in regulation. Like literally less than 60% of the greens are hitting regulation. I think it's 58% is the statistic.
So these guys need to bring their irons.
Yep. We got you want to touch on what your buddy said?
Oh yeah. So shout out to Stevie Campagnoni. He gave me a little insight. He had been to Harbortown and played there. And he sent me some awesome pictures, which we're going to get out on the social medias. He just said, quote, accuracy off the tee or you will literally die. So it seems like fairways and regulation will be a thing.
Big stat. We already touched on it. The course is relatively flat. The greens are dome shaped and really small. So around the green, approach, and putting are going to be what you want to look for if you're betting anyone this week. Bermuda grass. It's big. Some guys stink
like
on Bermuda grass.
It's a noticeable difference, which I was browsing Rick Rungood for my stats, and the grass breakdown is wild to me.
I have a hard time grasping that concept. Like, what? The grass is so short. You're basically putting on dirt no matter where you are. How does it matter that much?
We're not grass guys.
Hit some practice putts, dude. Figure out the pace.
Yeah.
It's just golf. It's not hard.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
All right. So then we got, this is actually incorrect. We got the top 65 make the cut, and the winner gets 500 FedEx Cup points. I thought the past winners were pretty interesting. A lot of our guys have been involved in these past few tournaments. 2020, Webb Simpson won. Tim's guy, Honest Abe, with second, and my guy, Danny Bergs, in third. And then 2019, CT Pan, and then everyone's favorite at home, Kuchar. The Cooch came in second. Pat Can't Win comes in third.
Pat Can't Lay. It's Cantlay. Notice the spelling error.
It's pronounced funny. It's pronounced Can't
on
Win.
This document. So
way to say
figure
missed
it out.
cut. Yeah, sorry.
Spell check missed that.
And Sugar Shane Lowry.
Yeah, another one of the guys we love. So he's got good course history here. And then 2018, Satoshi Kadira. I don't really know how to say his name.
Yep.
And then Siwoo, Bryson, the American Psycho, all there. They're all there. Bryson would have been a good play this week, but he literally saw how bad he played last week.
Like a par 63
I actually
for him.
disagree. I think he'd be a bad play.
Be like a par 63.
Yeah, he would get way too cocky with the driver.
Try driver green.
You think?
Yes. See Woo breaking that putter.
Yeah, we got a lot of angry guys.
We got to
finish
that video and do a voiceover of that. That's right. Perfect.
All right, and then I know a lot of people at home that don't really watch golf. They'll want to know who the favorites are. They'll want to know where the safest money will be in terms of stats. Maybe not for us, but the favorites, we got Webb Simpson. He's 8-1. DJ 12-1. Can't win. Sorry, said that
it's
wrong.
Weird how our agenda keeps saying can't win. Yeah,
It's sort of crazy. Fitzpatrick 17-1 and Morikawa 21-1. Those are our favorites, and they all have good finishes. Like Webb Simpson, he's got a first, 16th, a 5th, and 11th. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he likes this.
Likes this course. Yeah, DJ, he's 12-1. For me, fade.
Oh,
Fade.
Don't go near him.
I'm not touching him. It's not great value off the start. Like you're betting one of the favorites, and he's not playing good golf right now. And he's actually sponsored by RBC. So like, does he even really want to play this tournament after what he just did, or is he just there because he's getting paid by RBC to do this? See, that's
a genuine question.
That's like a legit question. Like he might just be like, I gotta freaking do this on it. I don't even want to.
He's just not. He's lost his form a little bit. He's still the world number one, but like He's
He's a Carolina guy, so like maybe he'll like playing here.
I think for me, just recent form alone, even though he's had good finishes here and his fairway and approach strokes gained are pretty good, like I think recent form, I'm staying away. Like,
Yeah.
I'm even staying away from him in matchups. Like, I
want nothing to do with him.
So he's played 4 times in the last 2.5 months ish. Missed the cut at the Masters. He got a 28th at the match play. There's only 60 guys in that. The Players, 48th, World Golf Classic, 54th. So like, I don't. And his results here aren't great. It's way too. That price is overinflated.
Yeah. Tim, the third favorite is actually this dude.
Spelling errors, guys.
Can't win. Do you got anything to say about him?
I get a lot to say
as much
about him. I'll
as
save
we
it.
joke, like 3rd, 7th, and 3rd is kind of no joke.
It's not a win.
I know, but how's your top 10? How's your top 20?
It does look good right now. I can't get over.
I'll go into it.
Like, do we have a 3rd top 10 guy? Is it top 10 Patty?
Oh god.
Nope.
No.
I'm not into it. And then Fitzpatrick and Morikawa, great ball strikers, solid with the irons. They've been playing pretty well. Morikawa did okay at the Masters. His putter's sort of failing him.
Well, same with Fitzy.
Fitzy, same
His
thing.
putter's been cold.
It's been a little off.
He's usually a very reliable putter.
I think the two of them hold decent value. Longer odds, more
yeah,
decent value.
I would play more. Out of these 5,
Yeah.
my favorite is Morikawa.
I agree.
For personally.
Yeah.
My favorite is Cantlay. The mic picked that up. That's too soft. Patrick Cantlay.
All right. Should we, Tim? You want to get into your bets?
Yeah, we can do that for sure. Let's start with outrights. Patrick Cantlay, 16-1. So
Who saw that
So
coming?
I get it.
Nobody.
I get it. I mean, he finished 8 over, right? At the Masters. So besides that, here's my hypothesis. Fluke.
Okay.
Fluke.
So just a
So he had one
It's an
bad
in-depth
round on
hypothesis.
Thursday. He shot 5 over on the par 3s. Put out of the 4 par 3s, put 2 in the water on his first tee shot. I don't think that's going to happen again. And I rewatched those shots. They were close. One of them wasn't close. The other one was close.
his Airbnb in Augusta just had a bad bed or
That's
something,
what it
right?
is.
Yeah, he
Could
didn't
be a
sleep
number of
right.
things. I mean, we already touched on the results here. A 3rd and 19, a 7th and 18, and a 3rd and 17. He's like the prototypical golfer that would win at this course if you had to make one up.
Yeah.
But
the same thing. Like, everyone bet him for the Masters.
Yeah, people smashed him.
but people are going to be out on him this week. Like, I think he should be closer to like 12 or 13-1.
Okay.
But those are my guns. I'm sticking to them.
Okay.
JT Poston, 90-1, half a unit. An 8th in 2020, a 6th in 2019. He's 5th in the field in strokes gained putting. That's like one of the only things he really does consistently well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he's in great form or anything. The course history, he's played twice, and both times he's in the top 10. And it's another guy that kind of fits the mold of someone who would do well here. So I'm going to take a flyer on that for half a unit.
I like the Postman. Good style on him too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of, I don't know.
You out on like the flashy colors?
Kind of bothers me a
Oh,
little bit
all right.
Classic.
All right.
personality-wise, but
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. Makes sense to me.
For what we're looking for, he's fitting the mold.
Okay.
And then my other outright is Michael Thompson at 110-1 for a 5th of a unit. My notes here are, I don't know, not horrible at the Masters, but his putter was, which is usually his best club. So my mind's thinking, if his best club was his worst, his other clubs are getting better. If he can get his best club to go back to being his best club, if you're still following me here, he could play well.
We'll have to make like a little social media
circles.
like Tim tracker, like
Yeah.
where his thoughts are going.
I've already
Tim's
lost my
train
train of thought like 3 times in this episode. I think it's pretty clear. All right, but he does have an 8th and a 10th in his last 2 starts here. So it's not like a complete wild card.
No, not at all.
So those are my outrights.
5th of a unit's not going to hurt you.
No. Top 20s, Abe came in 2nd last year, and he's still in great form.
I have that as well.
Good rounds at the Masters.
I have that also. Abe
Yeah.
top 20. Thanks.
3 under on Friday, I think it was. Another guy that fits the mold here. He's long, straight
Mm-hmm.
in the fairways. So I actually had driving distance right after fairways hit as key stats. So it was those two and then putting. So that's really what I'm looking at. Then I got Corey Connors. Dude, is he like moving up into like not the elite tier, but the very good golfer tier?
He is right there. I think he's like a B list.
He just strikes the ball. So if he could putt, he'd have like 3 wins this year.
Did you go top 20?
Top 20.
Me too.
Top 20.
There we go. That's 2 out of 3 of us on 2 straight there. Abe and Corey.
I actually have Abe too.
Okay, well, speak up.
Well, damn.
What are you sitting over there for?
You guys were just going and
no, but that's what we're doing. We're talking about our picks. If all 3 of us have it, listeners at home.
That might be a lock.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
It's just something to think about.
Or
Yeah, we'll see.
Last top 20, Ian Poulter. This is a course history bet and only a course history bet. I know.
I can't root for him.
He actually hasn't been playing bad. He didn't play bad at the Masters. He found something at the match play.
Sunday he played pretty well at the Masters. All right, so his finishes here, he had a 14th in 2020, a 10th in 2019, a 7th in 2018, and a 6th in 2017. Now I'm looking at this. The trend is getting worse. But he's course history guy.
You got good odds. You got good odds on the top 20
there because I feel like I made a mistake. I'm gonna bet. I put it in though. It's on the card. I bet it.
You got long odds on the top 20?
Plus 275.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Let's bring that. I can't bring it down a unit because I already bet it. Top 25. 1 unit. Top 20. Here we go. Matchups. Undefeated in matchups and 7 for 7 for those listening.
Yes, yeah.
1 unit. JT Poston over Patton Kizzire. That's even money. I feel like that's sneaky, like a little trap bet. This is a Patton Kizzire, like we're talking about molds. Patton Kizzire fits the mold of this course pretty well.
Patton Kizzire, top 3 in the field on Bermuda.
Yeah.
Just saying.
All right. JT Poston over Patton. Brian Harmon over Harris English.
I also have that, Tim.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. I think people are going to think that Brian Harmon, that was like a one-hit wonder. The Masters.
Negative.
He's got a 5th at the match play and a 3rd at the Players. So he is in incredible form. He has a 9th place here in 2017. A couple of their top 30s. Harris English is starting to trend back in the right direction, but he's playing very poorly.
And Brian Harmon's not the most aesthetically pleasing guy to watch play golf.
No.
He's like 5'6".
He's like
boringness.
5. Oh, it's so boring.
Yeah.
He hits the driver 275, then he hits a nice wedge, and he chips on. He hits to 2 inches and hits a par.
Sounds like someone who would play well here.
Yeah. And he also shaved his head last week. So
aerodynamics, important in golf.
Go dogs.
3rd matchup. Tommy Fleetwood over Sugar Shane Lowry. It's pretty much even money. Lowry's a slight favorite. Fleetwood's at minus 105. Lowry's at minus 115.
Mm-hmm.
So the logic here is Fleetwood's irons are back. If he can pick it up with the putter and off the tee a little bit, he's going to be back to his old form.
Yep.
Shane Lowry's putting is horrible.
He is in the top 5 but he's in the green.
I was just going to say.
But I don't think that matters as much here.
Okay.
He's not a bad Bermuda player either.
No, he's not. He's pretty good.
He's actually, if you look at the putting statistics, you would think he'll play better here than Fleetwood. But I'm going to take the guy trending in the right direction and over the guy trending in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yep.
T21 at the Masters. That's the wrong direction.
Well,
just curious.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Sounds like semantics.
Sounds like something I'd like to do.
Sounds like semantics to me. Siwoo over American Psycho. Even money.
Oh,
love
folks,
that.
I'm the other way.
Really?
We got a head to head.
Why?
I have Siwoo in my list of don't bets.
Okay.
Because he
put you on the spot.
Snaps club.
Because of the grass. Grass and strokes gained off the tee.
Well, that's not going to matter if he putts with a 3-wood.
That's right. So
Siwoo, let's put that in the back pocket.
I had him, Willett, Hadwin, and Poulter all in the same category of bad on the grass combined with strokes gained off the tee.
Okay.
But I actually like that, so we're going to keep track of that online.
Siwoo,
Tim versus Andy.
Logic here is Siwoo's a guy, like, you're going to have to shoot a good score all 4 days to win, like 20 under, 18, 19. This is one of those courses. Siwoo gets hot, he gets hot. And he's playing well with his irons right now, so that's dangerous. So I'm going to go with that. And then I got Willy Zeletorus over Sungjae Im. Sungjae Im hasn't played very good golf for a stretch now, compared to his normal quality, I guess. Mm-hmm. He missed a cut at the Masters, 42 at the match play. He did have the 8th at the Honda. He's never made the cut here, only 2 starts. And Willy Zeletorus, I don't think I need to do a lot of explaining here. He has been on fire. And this seems like an event he could really win. The only caveat there is he can spray it off the tee a little bit. And as we talked about, that's jail here. So if he can keep it in play, Willy Zeletorus.
But I think this week he's one of the better driving accuracy guys coming into it. I thought.
Yes, but I think there are some times at the Masters where he got out of line a little bit. When he tries to really get a hold of one, the ball can sail.
Yeah.
That's just observations from watching. That's not statistics as much. And then I'll save my jacket pick.
Okay.
But that's what
Cam?
I got.
All right. I'll start it off. I'm just gonna. I have no outrights this week. The outrights.
Haven't been
I'm
kind to
just
you.
not even gonna try. What's the point? But I have a top 10. I have one top 10,
Okay.
and that is Kevin Kisner, plus 500.
Interesting.
I love him this week. He driving accuracy is number 4. Strokes gained putting 28. You gotta go low here. Like the last winner was minus 20. Year before that, minus 19. Year before that, minus 18, and then another minus 18. You got a birdie.
Yeah.
And he is almost top 50 birdies. And one thing that really sold it for me is, I don't know if you heard another Kevin Kisner quote. He grew up playing this course, and he said, "I am so excited for this week. I know I can play this well."
Okay.
And
That would be enough motivation for me, I think.
What are the odds on that?
plus 500.
I'll put that on my card.
Plus 500.
I might have to take that too. I'm not even planning on betting.
And he's
but-
he's been in good form.
Yeah, that's
lately.
good.
Kevin Kisner is just a solid all around. I love him. Top
Okay.
10.
All right.
All right.
All right, then we'll go into my top 20s. I got Brandon Grace plus 275. He's never missed a cut here. 5 for 5. He's got 2 top 10s. Is he in the best form? No, but
That's
course
what I was gonna bring up.
history is pretty strong.
Okay.
I'm willing to throw, half a unit on him top 20 just to get at plus 275.
I have a follow-up question to that. When you guys look at these, are you paying more attention to form or course history?
Form.
Generally, from what I've gathered, course history isn't the most reliable, but he's never missed a cut, and I like that. That gets him at least to top 65. So
I'd say for me, it goes this way. I take form into account first, and if form is average or good, if that's boosted by course history, I then will take it into account.
Okay,
fair enough.
I'm the opposite.
If that makes any sense.
It makes total sense.
Okay.
Like, I look at course history, and then I look at form, but then I look back at course history. So, example, if I see that this guy's got like 5 top 10s in the last, 7 years, and his form's not that good, I'll still rely on the course history, I think, because my thought process is, well, was he in good form all, X amount of years?
Yeah.
But I think it can go both ways. Yeah.
Yeah, I typically, if a
I was
guy's
curious.
if a guy's in horrible form for me, even at a course where he plays well, in my head, I'm like, I can't get past that he can't hit the driver or
That makes
something like
sense.
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Call me crazy. Keep going, Cam.
And then I got I'm with you guys on Abe.
Yep.
100%. I love that. I also, this is gonna get some reaction. I got Kuchar top 20.
God, what are we doing? Are we doing some sort of like
plus
a gimmick here?
225 here?
What's the
No,
Kuchar stuff?
okay. Listen, he's in great form right now.
Is he?
Great.
The Masters, you got to throw the.
Can I get a definition on the word great?
You got to throw that out. He was in contention at Valero.
Okay.
He did great in match play. He's finding something in this course, or at least as me and Andy think, it's not about distance.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much distance.
It's just,
I mean, and
and
he's not. Yeah.
He is steady Eddie.
Yeah.
Right down the middle,
Okay.
no power.
And with his clubs that are too short.
But I love him.
Actually,
top 20.
he looks like he's got some good stats here. I'm totally out on it, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have bad stats. He plays this course well.
It may be just a personal thing.
It
for
is
me.
totally
I
personal
I
thing
don't
for you
know.
too.
I can't bet him.
But also just for the content, I had to take it because I loved it.
Yeah.
But it
Okay.
made it even better that you guys don't.
So is this how you feel about Spieth?
Yeah, like it's, yeah,
Yes, this is exactly how I
'Cause
feel.
I'm like seething. This is like,
yeah, you get
just so angry in his chair.
And then my last top 20, I didn't want to go back to the same guy.
go back to the well.
Come on,
Danny Berg.
Danny Berg.
baby.
Plus 120. He's in great form right
Straight
now.
vibing.
He
I
had
love
a
him.
bad week at the Masters, but
He gave you hope.
I did. Rick Run Good's pretty cool. You can do your own custom models, and every sort of way I tweaked it, he was always in my top 10. He was in my top 10 for every.
And it's not like he played that bad at the Masters. He missed the cut by 1.
Yeah.
He just wasn't. I mean, he just never really got into it.
No, I think this week, he can get back into it.
I'm all. I
Personally.
like it.
Okay.
And then
Some matchups.
yeah, no, I got top 40s. DraftKings
Whoa.
has great top 40. These are more long shot guys, but
This will be an interesting thing if you hit some of these.
yeah. So Emiliano Grillo plus 100.
I actually love him this week.
yeah,
So
I got
I'm
him
all
plus
in on
100
that.
top 40.
Wait a second. What?
Plus 100 top 40. I got Russell Henley top 40 minus 120.
Yep.
Kevin Na top 40 minus 200.
Don't like that.
Ew.
I'm
That
riding.
might be another grudge we have, Tim. We might. I think I have a personal thing against Kevin.
And
Now
I actually don't. For me, it's not as much like
it's not
I
a
don't like
Kuchar
him.
level.
Every time I bet him, he's just like. I feel like he's either on or off. No in between. Doesn't have an.
I
average
think
round.
seeing Hideki and Wynn fired him up. He was pumped up.
was
after
pumped.
that. He was fired up after that.
I think he said he was on his way to the airport, and when he saw that Hideki was coming down the stretch in the lead, he turned around.
Yeah,
Came back.
I love that. And I like. There's two ways to really bet golf. There's like the narrative and there's stats.
Yeah.
And so like this kind of you got to find the balance between the two.
So with your heart, I get it.
And so this is just straight hard. I think he's got it. Top 40. I'm not asking for much. Top 40.
Make the cut, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
How many guys in the field?
And then so I actually forgot this is my top 20 because I'm betting him top 20 and top 40. Matt Neesmith.
What's the rationale?
What's
there?
my rationale behind that? Do you want to hear the rationale?
That was on
He
my
is
card. I took it
number
off.
one
I-
in greens and
I
regulation.
had it on mine. I crossed it off.
Number one in greens and regulation on tour. Tee to green,
Okay.
25. Approach, which we deemed, or I
Which
personally
we
deemed
no.
the most important,
Yeah.
he's 8th. And want to know something crazy? I
Wait,
know him.
Crazier.
do you mean
know
you
Matt Smith?
I was legit talking to him on Instagram today. So I
Whoa, whoa.
no, I'm not making this up. So I
Sounds
was
like you're making
so
this up.
I've been trying to do like a Cam creation bet, right? So I was trying to find something. I'm like, we're in South Carolina. Like, where my cocks at? Where my Gamecocks? That could have sounded bad. But I was Googling it and I'm like, it said University of South Carolina graduate Matt Neesmith, and I'm like, whoa, I know. He was in my
So you-
4 of my classes. Like, I know Matt.
You
and then
fired off a shirtless pic in his DMs.
and then I 100%.
Go
then
Cox.
I sent a naked pic of him
with
saying,
the
"Do
rooster
you remember
over
me?"
your crotch. Yeah.
Yep. No, I actually
Wait, how
Oh
old?
wait, is he our age?
he's exactly our age. Because I like looked up his picture because like on most stats they don't even have his picture, and I found him and I'm like, holy shit, that's the same kid. And I was just like, dude, congratulations! Like,
so
I just
friend of the program, Matt
Yeah.
Nismith?
yeah. So and then
On the podcast next week.
Yeah,
maybe.
thanks, Matt. Maybe.
that'd be sick. No, but I was just looking. Then I like
Don't
looked-
rule it out.
Yeah.
Then I looked into it. He's got good course history here, and he's like number one in greens regulation.
What's his odds to win it?
I have no idea, but
Put it on
top
the card.
40 is plus 150. Top 20 is
Tim
plus
leads the league in ad additions mid-show.
top 20 is plus 450. And Carolina guys played this course many times.
that too.
I love it,
All right,
and I
I'm
know
gonna-
him, which was crazy. I was like, "What is?"
But
What?
when you say you know him,
I was in 4 of his classes. I sat next to him in like a bunch of classes.
and you're just putting this together.
I just put it together.
We
I
have
don't
a,
know.
we have a
Understand how-
golf podcast.
So when I was like
This is
in
outrageous.
class, like he was always like, "Yeah, I'm on like the golf team," and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Like, what are the odds he actually makes it to the tour?" And then just today it was like,
What, the golf team?
but there's a ton of kids on
Damn.
golf teams.
Okay.
Will Zeletorus doesn't even have his tour card. What are we talking about here? That could be.
Okay, all I'm saying is I wish you remembered this earlier. And when is he
We're
coming on
on
the show?
episode 3.
Oh, I know, but
Put it in the doc, dude.
No, I
Yeah,
was saving this
thanks.
for
He's
content.
gonna come this.
Oh, was that
I
the-
mean, I guess
was
you
that
got
the-
a
This was
rile
my
on him.
content.
that was the teasing text
This
he
was my
sent.
teasing
Oh,
text.
That
it.
was the teasing text he sent. He said, I have good content.
Should've
And I
known
think
that
we,
you went to a
we
golf-
skittered
yeah.
right over it. I don't think we acknowledged
You
it.
didn't touch it, but like I was like when I saw his picture and I was like, oh my god.
Okay, Matt Smith, come on the show.
Yeah, what up, Matt?
What are you doing?
Yeah. We gotta get him
Your
on.
good friend Cam is one of our co-hosts.
I'm gonna request
It was-
him on Instagram.
It was sort of.
I think
it
I
was
am too. I'm
sorta
gonna say I
wild.
know you.
What's up, bro?
All right.
Hey, I'm Cam's buddy.
Now that
You know Cam.
Now that is over, I have 2 matchup bets.
Hit me.
I got my guy DB over Cantlay minus 120
I
because
also-
he
Nice,
can't
dude.
win because he's a bum.
I also took a matchup against
I
Cantlay
am
too.
hammering anti-Cantlay right
So
now.
am I.
And then Chris Kirk over Kevin Streelman because I haven't heard Kevin Streelman's name, and that was minus 115. I didn't hate that, and I think Chris Kirk's gonna play well here.
Kevin Streelman. What's it called? He plays well here. I'm sure.
Not this week.
Sure.
Not this week.
Yeah, he's got a 6th in 2019 and a 7th in 2020.
He's gonna have a
But he's only played like once in the last 5 weeks. That was the match play.
okay. What he finish there?
9th.
Well,
I don't hate that pick. I actually I had him for one of my bets and I took it off in favor of another one, but I I think he could have a decent week.
Yep. And then all I have left is my lock. So Andy, with your card.
We've already sort of touched on my. Well, first I kind of wanted to go over because I think this is a good sort of section for us or how we come up with these, which Tim, you asked about a little earlier. I go through and I make a list of guys to not bet, and I make a list of guys to bet, and I'll cross-reference those. And if there's any commonality between them, obviously bet on the guy we want because he got a match up against the guy we don't like. Mm-hmm. But for me, every week I go through the top 3 key stats, and if there are guys with 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3 in those stats in the top, let's say 20 to 25 in the field, I keep that in a list. Going off the stats from recent form and strokes gained from Rick Run. So a lot of my picks are based on guys that are really bad at either. This week I went with the grass, I went with fairways and strokes gained approach.
Yep.
Those are my So I kind of take the 2 lists. We've already gone over some of my top my placement bets. So we'll get into my outrights first. All for a half a unit. I got Sung J M at plus 2,700. Corey Connors also at plus 2,700, and Matty Fitzpatrick at plus 2,200.
Love that.
Just at half a unit. So like collectively, a unit and a half on maybe one of them. I think I like the Corey Connors one the best.
I would agree with that.
We'll see. Although Matty Fitz, best player in the field on this Bermuda grass. I have for placements top 20, Matty Fitz plus 125 for a unit. Abe Answer, we talked about top 20 plus 140 for a unit. Corey Connors plus 150 for a unit. I have 2 top 10 bets.
Hold on. I have a follow-up question about Corey Connors now I'm thinking about it. Is he actually this good of a golfer and we're going to see this from him for a while, or is he on a stretch run that's going to come to an end at some point and we have to figure out when to stop?
I was listening to some stuff about him, and his iron play has always consistently been solid. What separated him was he went from like being over 140 in putting to top 80. So like as long as his putter stays hot.
He had 3 eagle putts on Sunday at the Masters. I wanted to mention this earlier. I completely forgot.
That's bananas.
Didn't end up in a lot of good scoring, but I don't know. It's like he just seems to be in the upper echelon of ball strikers. Right
the way
now.
He's playing,
Is that going to continue?
yeah. The form plus just watching him play, I think, like also compels me. Where I've seen him play a lot.
Yeah.
I love his game.
Yeah.
He's got sick long irons, and he's not like a huge spin guy, but he's a placement guy with all of them. He can put the ball wherever he wants.
Yeah. Wait, did you say you had Fitzpatrick also
top 20?
Top 20.
Yeah.
We haven't touched on this at all, but Harbor Town is a beach course, so the wind actually can be a huge factor. And
England guy.
Yeah. He plays well in the wind.
And weirdly on this grass that's not found anywhere in Europe too. Like I don't know how he's so good at it. It's like he's like overwhelmingly the best player besides Christian Bezundut.
I love him.
On
Sorry
Bermuda
about
grass.
your name again.
Yeah,
bro.
I butchered your name. When our friend Matt Smith gets you on the show after,
you guys come on together.
Yeah, it could 2 for 1.
Yeah.
I have a Willy Zeletorus and a Colin Morikawa top 10. Morikawa for plus 165 and Willie Z for plus 180, both for a unit. I don't know how you guys feel about those, but
I love Morikawa.
I think the 2 of them they probably won't win, but they're going to be in the hunt, I think. Now I have a lot of matchups. When we tweet these out, obviously you guys, feel free to follow some of them or all of them, but I got a bunch.
We are all plus units.
Yeah, we all are matchup guys, I think. I have Horschel over Siwoo, which we talked about with Tim earlier.
Ooh.
I think American Psycho gets it done. I also have Sugar Shane over Bezundut. I did it again. Can't say his name. Bezudenhout. Just because Sugar Shane, I think, is just playing better than him at this point. It was more of an eye test from last week watching the Masters.
At this point, I'm not convinced that I was looking at the wrong stats for Shane Lowry based on what I'm hearing from my
I have
here.
I have Munoz over Carlos Ortiz. Carlos Ortiz, one of the worst players in the field in every stat that we could think about this week. So I said, whoever he's playing, I'm going to bet against him.
Yep.
Sebastian Munoz, 1 unit there. I have Cam Davis over Rob McIntyre. Rob McIntyre, also one of the worst players in 2 out of 3 stats. His driver's okay. Stinks on Bermuda and can't really approach, but that's why I went with that. So he's one of those guys on my list of bet against. minus 110 for unit. We got our guy, HV3 over Brendan Grace.
Ooh.
I don't even hate that, even though I took Brendan Grace.
I know. HV3 he's positive in all, in driving, fairways, strokes gained approach, and now his putter is somehow coming alive.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that, and he's not favored there. He's minus 105.
And for the narrative, today I believe he started a charity to get the kids into golf, like underprivileged kids to start playing golf.
He might be the second nicest guy on tour.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
Big for the narrative. So
Yeah.
I like that, actually.
What's the odds on that?
Minus 105. It's even.
Okay,
Over
add
Brendan
that
Grace.
to the card.
Timmy Additions, baby. Next one I have is Shays Reavy over Andrew Putnam. Shays Reavy, all three facets of his game from on the Bermuda, strokes gained off the tee, hitting fairways, trending all in the right direction. Andrew Putnam's kind of irrelevant, I think. I also have Matt Wallace over Dylan Fratelli.
Don't like South
I think
Africans.
I'm out on Dylan Fratelli.
I think you're out on South Africans.
Oh, because
Christian,
Bazoon out
which
is
opposite
also.
of me.
Oh no,
I'm a South African.
I like Louis though.
Yeah, and then there's Charles Schwartzel. Those are pretty much.
I like
my
Charles. I
favorites.
think. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure who's Dylan Fratelli against in this.
Matt Wallace,
Don't know who that is.
He's
Where is
English.
he from? English?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's probably
win guy
win guy.
and
Born
Bermuda
in the
guy
wind. And
randomly.
Bermuda guy.
I don't know
Perfect.
how there's.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
to
it
me.
doesn't make sense. Minus 115 for your unit. I have Morikawa over Cantlay. So
Wow,
Cam and I both smashed it. For a unit. Maybe I'll up that to 2 since we like that. Cam.
What about instead of can't win, can't lose? Because that sounds more like his name.
You can't.
But it's not factual.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's not factual.
Factual.
It's factual
Good
and
word.
accurate.
is a word that we're
A
going to
word.
be using here a lot. after
Accurate.
that.
Sorry
What
for
is
that.
I like
it's
that.
factual and accurate because he can't.
You just did something there.
He
that-
I think
lose.
you just he's so we
But he
could say
can lose.
we could
No,
say
he
he's
can't
playing well. Accurate.
Yeah, I'm in on accurate.
All right. And I also have Emiliano over Brendan Todd. Emiliano's game suited for this course.
And such a sexy name.
And Emiliano Grillo.
Love that. Sounds like it should be like a Parmesan cheese. Like some Parmesan cheese brand.
And my last one is Brian Harmon, minus 120 over Harris English that we talked about with Tim. I did that for 2 units. I like that so much.
Harris English, I don't think he's that bad of a play this week. Personally, like
Talk to me.
I just think Harmon's hot.
I have to pull up his current stats. I had it up earlier, but he's like I listen to or follow a bunch of golf better accounts, and he popped up on a bunch of them on Twitter.
Yeah, but they're all schleps, dude.
Let's get into our
I'm only
jacket
plus
picks.
0.75, so I'm
The part of the show where if you're listening at this point, thank you. We appreciate you. These aren't going on social media. Also, I should say, which we talked about, is we're going to keep putting out our entire cards for the next few episodes. We're going to keep that going. I think the more we get more traction, the more the show becomes, I think, listener advantaged. Yeah. We'll tweet out and we'll Instagram a decent amount of the picks, but we won't give the full card, I think, going forward. But as of now, we're giving you guys everything. Right now, the jacket picks are the only thing that you got to listen to that are not going to be broadcasted anywhere. And Tim, start me off.
I want to go last.
Oh, you want to go last?
I wanna
Okay,
go last.
Cam.
I'll go first. Andy touched on it a little bit. Brian Harmon, top 20.
Absolutely nailed.
Top 20. That is plus 150. I don't know. I feel like that should be minus 300.
Agree.
But he is just, like we said, he's boring.
Yep.
But you have to play this course boring. You don't hit flashy shots.
Yep.
You get it on the green in regulation and you finish. And that's all he's been doing the past month. And I was sort of anti him. He's a Georgia Bulldog that goes against
I know,
my
that's
nature.
been hard for you.
Goes against my nature, which is why I
And
stumbled
also-
across Matt Neesmith.
And friend of the program, Matt Neesmith.
Yeah, so I like
Still
it's sort of hard to
having a hard
root
time
for
believing this.
what do you mean?
I know,
I
we're-
want to see some
we're gonna
course
have-
rosters.
we're gonna have to see
I
the
wanna
DM.
I want to see the
Well,
DM.
we'll see the DM
Bro,
later.
There's a naked
We'll see the
picture
DM
of me in
later.
there. I can't.
My jacket pick is Corey Connors, top 20.
Love it.
Plus 160. I initially was thinking about my Sanjay M placement. I'm going with Corey Connors. Plus 160. Plus money.
Patrick Cantlay, top 10, plus 175.
I'm seeing a trend here.
Big bounce back this week. A regression to the mean. Playing some of the best golf over the last 2 years of anybody. fluke round at the Masters. He's going to go to a course that he loves, and he is going to win it, which means he's going to come in the top 10, which means that's a lock. Plus 175, one unit. Bring it to the bank.
I'm getting nervous.
I know.
Every guy that I'm anti, you guys just start to love, and then they play good, and it's like, what?
Well, I mean, I'm under attack, basically.
I've never been on.
This is how I feel against Spieth.
I know,
You can't argue with the guy playing the best golf on the planet, though.
That I get. Can't win, so it's just...
Well, I mean, you can see you guys keep making up this nickname. It's not real. It's can't lay.
Oh, it is. It's real now. It's very real. It's literally recorded.
CANT.
It's on the internet now.
OSE.
EY or AY?
It's an interesting
OSE,
pronunciation of missed cut. Yeah. It's weird.
Wow. Okay.
No, but I like that you have so much faith in a guy because, who are we if we don't have our morals?
Yes.
Tim, we're going to find out your true fans after this week.
Yeah. This is going to be...
If people are just riding the Tim Dutcher train. You know what I mean?
I feel like I'm going to be riding Stag. All the
listeners are going to go anti.
I want to hear from people
yes.
on Tim's, can't lay loyalty here.
Yeah. So last week we talked about, maybe doing bets for like things like I had so we talked about eating 300 pounds of McDonald's. That was because I bet that Daniel Berger wouldn't get a double bogey, and he did on like the 5th hole on Thursday. So
it was a delicious McDouble.
And that McDouble ended up being a McDouble.
So I kind of want to just for fun.
Here we go.
I think it's got to be Tim this week.
It's gonna be me versus Tim here. Tim, what you make? You can pick what we do.
What?
Put me on
three
shots of tequila. Okay,
3 shots of tequila.
Right on air. Whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
Do you want to hit a bet?
So what you're telling me is I have to pick a bet, and the loser...
Oh, I have the bet. You just pick what we play for.
Oh, my God. All right, fine. We'll do tequila.
I'm excited.
Deal?
Yeah.
3 shots
Matt
of tequila on air.
Kuchar finishes higher than Patrick Cantlay.
Oh.
It's outrageous.
That's my play. Matt Kuchar will finish higher than Patrick Cantlay.
I'll bring you some water for the next episode.
Got my gallon jug here already, bro. Ready to roll.
You actually think that's...
It's on air. It's being recorded.
Okay, that's fine.
Lock it.
I didn't say it.
All right, tequila's going to be warm, by the way.
Yeah.
We're not chilling this shit.
Warm Casamigos.
I'm good with that.
Warm.
We can't say that. Come sponsor us first.
There's a lime shortage. No limes.
I don't need it.
I'm
not going to be taking it anyway. I don't know why I'm saying I'm not going to. Tim might need it.
I'm going to favorite the two of those guys in my PGA Tour app to just see the whole weekend how this is going. I'm excited.
I will be ecstatic.
Because I'm rooting for neither of them. I don't like either.
So you want to miss cut for both? What if they both miss the cut?
Oh, if they both miss the cut, what?
Whoever
what?
finishes
If they
higher.
both miss the cut, no, you both should have to take a shot. You both should have to drink if you miss the cut.
Okay. What if they both miss the cut and finish at the same number?
Then you both drink. You both
won?
drink.
Okay, so you need separation too. So a tie does not go to the runner.
Well, my guy's going to win, so.
Okay.
It's interesting.
We'll see.
I like it. Fellas, it's been a lot of fun doing this with you. It's our third show. We've had a lot of people reach out saying they listen and it gets them through the week and they're taking some of our bets. We couldn't be happier about that. We're really appreciative. Fellas, have any closing remarks before we wrap this up or what?
Appreciate the support. Thank you guys.
Yeah, and again, Matt Neesmith, Cam's buddy from school. I think they room together.
He lived below me.
Matt Neesmith goes to his house on Easter. Yeah, I can't believe.
I might invite him next year.
Yeah, we can't wait to meet you.
I actually just followed you on Instagram too. If you want to follow me back.
Thanks, Matt. That will conclude the Scramble podcast this week. Don't forget to go follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter at the Scramble_pod. Instagram at the Scramble pod. One word. We'll be getting our picks out. Got some beautiful pictures from Stevie, my buddy, of the course this week that we'll tag along with our picks. We're excited to have you guys on the train, and that'll do it for episode 3, Scramble Podcast.